Hey, we're the Smith Street Band, and
you're
you're watching
Moshcam. I wrote the song when we were traveling through America. It's about being fed up with people complaining about shit on the internet and not doing anything about it. And yeah, it was just sort of about like traveling through the South and seeing all the like poverty and horrible shit going on there, and knowing that all anyone's going to do is write a status update about it and then keep on living their lives. And it's kind of like encouraging people to try and get out and do a little more than the bare minimum, you know?
Will kind of writes down, he's always writing notes in his phones or lyrics, and then when he sits down with a guitar, he'll like write a like skeleton of a song, and then we kind of all get together and flesh it out.
Yeah, I try and like write as little as I can while writing. Like, a skeleton's a good way to describe it. I try and just get like very basic chords and lyrics and a vocal melody, and then like I love what the other guys play on everything, so I always just want them to be writing their own parts. And then so much of the time, you know, we'll be jamming and songs will get restructured and rewritten, and then I'll take it away and write a new verse and stuff. Like, it's kind of always growing, and like, you know, everyone's ideas are equal and good and stuff, you know. It's a very like collaborative thing.
Also, Will tends to write like 7-minute songs. So then
so these guys need to tell me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we like sort through it and go, maybe like just cut out those 5 verses. But
then that's good, because then I turn them into other songs and we get...
That's true. We usually get like 2 or 3 songs out of one song.
I actually found that the other day. I was going through all of my old voice notes and I found the original version of Surrender, and that song is 8.5 minutes long. And the version that we recorded is just the first 2 verses, and then there's like 5 other verses after that. It's pretty boring. It's just the song that you've heard, and then it just goes on for a really unnecessary amount of time.
It just keeps talking about not surrendering.
Just like, get it, you're not going to surrender, like fucking hell.
If you don't want to, but you know, if
you want to, you can. I go into this whole thing that if you want to surrender, it's totally fine. Like, we're not forcing you to do anything you don't want to do, and you know. So that'll be the next song. I try and not think of the audience in any way when I'm writing, because it influences it. Like, if I tried to write a crowd sing-along song, I wouldn't do a very good job of it. And as soon as I sit down trying to write something, it just doesn't work. Like, I have to let it kind of happen naturally. But one of my favorite things is like, we jamming a song a few times, and they'll be like, we'll work out a bit where it's like, oh yeah, I cannot fucking wait till people know the words to this bit. Like, yeah, there's a few songs on our new record that like Song For You that we've been playing, where it's like,
there's like a few songs with quiet choruses. It's like we're kind of like, oh, this is a bit different. But then like imagining if people are singing along to that, then that's like really cool.
Well, even like the end of Death to the Lads where it goes quiet. I never would have thought of that. And then we played it for the first time, and I sang Death to the, and it's like, oh, everyone's singing it, and just like stood back like, yes, oh my god, like it worked. It's so exciting, yeah.
Pure death metal.
Yeah, we've gone for like a Norwegian sort of death, black gothic metal kind of thing. Yeah. Very influenced by Burzum.
It's false metal, like, I won't lie. It's not
we got true. The guy who made Death Heaven to make it. It's like, we actually just got the finished masters back a day or 2 ago. But yeah, we recorded out in the States. It's 12 songs. It's, in my opinion, it's like by far the best record we've done. I've never talked up anything that we've done before, but this record, I'm like so proud of it. I can't wait to fucking show it to people. I think the songs turned out really good. I think it sounds good, and I feel like normally I'm like apologizing in advance for records before they come out and being like, I really hope people like it, but this one, it's like, I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm so fucking proud of this record. I cannot wait to show it to people. And if they don't like it, I'll probably be like, I still think it's good.
It's great.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really hard to say that without feeling like a douchebag, but I really like our new album. Very cathartic to write. That's another thing. I really try not to think about that when I'm writing songs, because otherwise I can't think like, what's my mum going to think about this line, because then I'm not going to say what I really need to say, you know. So yeah, I try and just not think about that and be as uncensored as I can. But yeah, there's a lot of personal stuff. The new record has by far the most personal stuff that we've done. To record it is like so beautiful. It's like the biggest feel. Like I went through like an awful breakup, and there's singing songs about that, and then having that song done and walking out of the studio is like oh, okay, I can move on from this. Like, it's the most like cathartic and incredible thing, and getting to play those songs live is like there are songs that we have that are about like my depression and my anxiety, and like getting to talk about that stuff on stage, and then people cheer, and then you sing about it and people cheer that as well. It's just the most like incredible feeling. It makes you feel so not alone, and like it's the best feeling in the world.
It's really turning a negative into a positive.
Exactly, yeah. And turning, especially with like depression and anxiety and those kind of things, like it's turning something that like at times completely ruins my life into the best thing in my entire life at the same time, and like getting to sing about really sad shit and have people sing it back to you, and then getting to talk to people about them relating to it and stuff afterwards is like the best thing in the world. It's my favorite thing when people come up to me and say, something bad happened, or I struggle with this, I struggle with that, and I listen to Smith Street and help me through it. That's like, I have those bands in my life that I turn to when things are bad, and like knowing that we could be that for other people is like probably my favorite thing about doing this. Of all of the cool shit we've got to do and all the crowds, like those conversations like mean the fucking world to me, yeah. I think it's very important. I think it's far more important to do stuff rather than just talking about stuff. I feel like, especially in the current like music scene and climate and stuff, there's a lot of very enthusiastic Facebook posts and a lot of fights had on the internet that then within 24 hours are totally forgotten about, and nothing changes and nothing gets better. And I think that just calling people fuckheads for doing stuff is pointless. And I think that it's very important for people to talk about stuff, but it's even more important for people to be the change that you want to see in the world. So I used to be a bit preachy. I used to be a bit more yelling at the crowd and stuff, but now I just want to I want to create an environment where if you get knocked down, you get picked up. I love rowdy shows. I love loose shows. I love all that stuff. And I think rather than just being angry at people and yelling at people for making mistakes, which everyone makes, it's a lot better to be positive and inclusive of people from everywhere and helping other people find the fucking solace that we found when we found music. So I think it's very important to be political. I think it's very important to speak your mind. And I think it's even more important to listen to people when they disagree with you and work with them on that, rather than just be like, you're a piece of shit because you don't agree with me. I don't think that's right, and I don't think that solves anything. And if you talk to someone like this, like we're talking right now, you talk to someone like a person with respect, they'll listen to what you're saying rather than if you're just fucking yelling at someone from your high horse,
Yeah.
But that's something I'm very guilty of doing in the past, and something that I really don't want to do anymore,
I think like you don't have to be a politician to speak out on an issue. Like everybody's entitled to their opinions, and all of these kind of issues they do affect everyone. So like being considered a political band like doesn't mean you're a politician. And
No.
everybody, like anybody in the crowd or anybody anywhere in the world can do the same thing.
Yeah, and that's the feeling that we want people to leave with. Like, not that we're geniuses and you guys are so lucky to be able to watch us play. Like, us and the people in the crowd are all exactly the fucking same. And if we hadn't have had like 100 really lucky things happening to us in a row, we wouldn't be playing festivals like this. Like, it's completely something that anyone can do, and we don't think of ourselves as like a band that has fans. It's just like a bunch of people who are doing this crazy thing together,
All the red brick fences look the same.